Okay, so I love the way anytime people are talking about any issue, it's always oh, well, if someone were molesting your children, fill in the blank, you wouldn't buy that detergent. Whatever the argument is.
Well, that's the first thing that came to mind because I know, yes, some people use that as a crutch, but that was a sincere because of some personal issues that have come up in my own life. And, yeah, I don't think that that's a fair...
Well, certainly, okay, certainly nobody... certainly, we can agree, I think, that it's a good thing to not have people molesting children.
Yes, because I agree that, we don't know the dictionary definition. I do have a thesaurus and dictionary on my PDA, so I'd like to look that up real quick.
Go ahead.
I was going to agree with you in the area of the definition of morals. I don't believe it is what I think it is, so let me just check that out.
Wait a minute, you're saying you might be wrong?
That possibly I may have some partial misunderstanding of the direction that I was heading.
Earlier...
but no, I'm never wrong. I'm a woman, and I just changed my mind. That's how that works. You know that?
Earlier, you were livid. You said I had offended you by saying that it was not moral for somebody to not do so. So you're saying that maybe we actually agreed in this whole 30-minute conversation.
Okay, yes, I'm saying that. All right.
Possibly.
Because
okay.
After I listened to what you were actually saying, it was helpful to have a recorded version of it. And after listening to what you were saying, I started to see your point. So I think that, to steal from Dave Chappelle, that everyone should have a little stenographer that they carry around with them so that they can...
Is that like the wrap-up music?
No, stenographer. A person that records the conversation and can read it back.
So could you have one of those and one of those wrap-up music things also?
Oh, stop. You mean like the little monkey with the guy with the little hat and goes around with a cup?
No, I'm talking about the Dave Chappelle where he said, have your very own wrap-up music.
Oh, no, that was... yeah, wrap it up. Okay. Well, maybe. Yeah, that would be good. For those who wander mentally like I do. Yeah, that would be helpful.
Anyway, that's non-sequitur.
So anyway, we were distracted from the original topic. So let me whip out a little something, okay? My PDA. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Okay.
Take a walk on the wild side.
Now, okay, so what you were saying was that is not... Okay, I think I understand. Just repeat it one more time. Because I'm floating now, but I'm going to find my dictionary here.
I simply said originally that it's for somebody to not do something bad. To not... No, let me put it another way. To refrain from doing something bad because they are afraid of punishment is not a moral choice.
Okay, I guess I could say I can agree based on, what you have brought up in our previous conversation. But because the reason that I say I'm agreeing now is because of what you were saying about, let's see, I'm thinking of there are different types of morals in different cultures, though, and I don't agree with all of them. Do you see? I choose to agree with Christian morals. And you choose to agree with some other morals, and I'm not sure what they are. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but that's what you...
You don't think that in large measure they're the same morals?
I'm not sure. I don't know. What does your conscience tell you when you do something? I say mine is derived from the Holy Spirit. That, my conscience is saying when I'm in the act of doing something, I wouldn't say I'm sitting there thinking this is wrong, because when you were saying who says it's wrong to molest kids?
Well, you don't need the Bible to tell you that.
But in a lot of cultures, that's totally acceptable.
Like which cultures?
Dude. I mean, the marriage age between males and females in certain cultures is vastly different than it is in quote unquote what I feel are civilized cultures. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, well, what is a civilized age to get married?
Personally, I feel that both people should be at a mentally mature age, and based on scientific evidence, biological studies of like when people develop certain abilities, and it's like a 2-year-old has the capability of drawing a circle. Then they get to 5, they can write their name. You see what I'm saying? So it's like these are based on developmental facts. So
Would you
developmentally compatible with this other person? Can a 40-year-old man and a 12-year-old girl?
What if the 40-year-old man is a retarded individual and the 12-year-old girl is very bright?
Ew. Okay.
Well, I mean, would that not meet your definition though? If they were
Well, I mean,
equally
a person
matched,
that's-
intellectually
A
matched,
person that's
developmentally matched?
no.
No.
I don't
Because
agree with that. Well, because the 40-year-old man, I mean, he's not making a choice out of, he's not capable of making a decision.
what if he is mentally retarded and he has the mind of a 12-year-old boy?
Oh, you mean chronological age type thing? Okay, now you're going down a different path, and you're like doing the molestation thing on a sister, like I just did on you. Like, what if the neighbor molested my child? You see what I'm saying? You're pulling something out like, okay, what if this person has the mind of a 12-year-old? I really feel that they would be disinterested, I would want to say.
Well, no, but it's
trying to develop a relationship, a romantic relationship with someone.
okay. Well, no. You just said a 40. You brought up the 40-year-old. If the 40-year-old married the 12-year-old, and I'm saying,
Okay.
can we agree that not everyone within the category of 40-year-old man is necessarily
Right, 'cause you're
mentally advanced? I'm 37. Is more mentally advanced than a 12-year-old girl?
Mm-hmm. No, I did not. I was not suggesting that. I'm just saying that in some cultures, it is perfectly fine for a father and daughter. They inbreed.
Okay, I'm sorry. Which cultures are these?
Well, gee, John, I can't name them. We can do research and we can do a part 3 if you'd like, and I can do the research and tell you the exact cultures. But yes, things that are popular, taking, for example, rings and stretching a person's neck, binding their feet.
Is that a moral decision?
That's a cultural decision that they feel is their moral standard for that, for that area. I mean,
let
me find a definition of moral.
I think that would be more of an aesthetic choice as opposed to a moral choice.
I don't know. We're gonna look up moral. Come on, Miriam. There we go. Now, what is your comment on anything else here?
I'm hungry.
Well,
I want to go get some eggs and hash browns,
okay, moral. We got
sausage patties.
Okay, you can read it since you're the wordsmith here.
Moral, of or relating to principles of right and wrong in behavior. Okay. Ethical, moral judgments, expressing or teaching a concept of right behavior. Conforming to a standard of right behavior sanctioned by or operative on one's conscience or ethical judgment.
Oops.
I think we can stop there. All right, so basically it's having a standard and living up to that standard. That's all being moral is.
Okay, so where does a person base where do they get their standard? If we're born selfish.
Well, I mean, according to this particular Merriam-Webster definition, that that's vague enough to maybe fit what you're saying. But I'm saying the way I define morals is not the way Merriam-Webster defines it.
Okay, but okay, here's a second definition here. The moral significance or practical lesson of a story. That's, a passage pointing out,
USU.
in conclusion, the lesson to be drawn from a story. Moral practices or teachings, that's more along the lines. Modes of conduct.
And they have several other definitions as well.
Ethics, well, that's different. Ethics, modes of conduct. So basically, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
So what determines your standard, your ethical
yes,
standard?
yes, what does? And you know, you might think one way, and I say, I mean,
I'm
okay,
sorry, we're past the 10-minute mark. We have to
oh,
go.